birthday, Dave. From Angie and I, we both send our love and all our best on this auspicious occasion. I especially want to thank Daniette for putting together this opportunity to express how we feel about you. First and foremost, what's my favorite memory of Dave? My favorite memory of Dave was when I was interviewing for my first product manager job. And he took me in his office and we were talking. And through the course of conversation, he proceeded to show me just how far down the J&J food chain I was going to be, starting with Ralph Larson at CEO, all the way down to me. So that was my favorite memory, one of my favorite memories. And what I appreciate most about Dave is throughout everything that we've been through in our lives, Dave has always been a very positive individual and has always maintained an incredible sense of adventure, as evidenced by his lengthy list of countries that he's visited throughout his life. I appreciate that about him. It's inspiring. And Dave, I want to thank you so much for your friendship through all the years. And that's about it. Thanks. Have a good time.
Happy birthday, David. We want to wish you a great happy birthday from our entire family. One of the fondest memories that I have was when I was 5 years old and you drove me to your baseball games in the back seat of the Black Panther. Apparently, because I was 5 years old, I didn't qualify to sit in the front seat, but the music was loud enough and I enjoyed the ride and watching you play baseball. One of the things I appreciate about you the most is your reliability and loyalty to our family. It is something that is with me every day, and I know that I can depend on you at any time you're needed. Thank you, and again, have a great birthday.
All station, attention. All passengers went through the gate for celebration on November 24th. Happy birthday, David. I really do appreciate that you are the brother of my husband. You are the wonderful person. And one more, our family member wants to say happy birthday to you.
Leroy, I've already told you you're my favorite soldier during the Veterans Day celebration. I also appreciate very much the hard work that you and everybody else at Ethicon and iLab did. You've created a situation where Nancy and I have a very good retirement. Thanks so much to you and everyone else. I knew you were a little bit different after our 3-hour tennis match where your hands were bleeding. Don't know why we did that. I'm delighted we learned how to play tiebreakers. Happy birthday.
Hi David, happy birthday from Cecilia and I. Wishing you all the best. You're aging beautifully and gracefully. Danette has asked all of your friends, and many of us are technically challenged by this video, but nonetheless, hopefully it'll work out. She's asked us to recount our favorite memories and with you and of you, and for me it goes back to when I lived in the woodsy seaside community of Corona del Mar and would often make the journey up to 5 Vienna, winding through Spyglass to play tennis. And it was in those matches that I first met your tennis alter ego, Sally. And my alter ego, Sheriff Labo, and we played some very competitive matches up there and had a great time. What do I appreciate most about you? Well, it's your unconditional friendship and the calm, wise counsel you've provided to me during some of the turbulent episodes of my life, and that's always much appreciated. So. And standing godfather to Cecilia is something that we both really treasure and appreciate and cherish. So happy birthday, bud. All the best, good health, and happiness.
Hey, David. Tom and Karen here.
happy birthday, and many more to come.
Happy birthday, Dave.
You know, you've been a good friend to the families for a long time, and it's one of the endearing qualities about you, Mr. Heniges, is your loyalty to family and friendship. And one great example of family and friendship is the many years you joined us for Thanksgiving, and on the eve of such a wonderful holiday, how fitting to recognize you. I do remember one humorous trip when you joined us for Thanksgiving, and it must have been during a time when you were a little plus in those days, David, because I remember you broke a chair sitting at the dinner table. But a good time as always had by all, and you were always welcomed around the dinner table. So all the best to you, and happy birthday, and as I said, with many more to come, David.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Bye-bye.
Hi, David. I'm sure you remember our bike ride in Beijing years ago when we got totally lost, taking small back streets with no clue on how to get back to our hotel. We got into a colorful market, and you spotted a pretty Chinese woman, decided to interview her. So she was trying hard with her broken English and a lot of gesture to show us the way back when her husband came out from a nearby shop yelling at us and trying to rally the men around against the foreign invaders. I think the speed of our retreat on our bike should have qualified us for the Tour de France. That was quite a lot of fun. You know, what I appreciate much in our friendship is our long conversation about such a wide range of topics. I mean, movies, travel, politics, and our ability to, after months of not seeing each other, to pick up that conversation where we had left it. I guess that speaks highly of our bright mind, excellent memory, and us getting not older, but wiser. À bientôt, mon ami.
Well, David, greetings from Chicago, and a very, very happy birthday to you. You know, we've known each other for quite some time, perhaps from the J&J boys, only surpassed by Matt Frenzy. I met you in 1977, and you have been a huge, huge impact in my life, both on a professional and a personal basis. First professional, and for years now personal. I've always appreciated the advice on both fronts, and now many, many times you feel like a big brother to me. So it's extra special that someone like you should have a good day. You know, you've had a huge impact on my life, a lot more than you probably think. And not just on the professional side either, but on professional side, you had faith in me. You brought me out and influenced in several positions I'm very well aware of, certainly the one directly working for you out in California. You opened doors for me that I never even knew existed, and through those doors, and through your help, you brought untold opportunities and experiences into my life, and those are way too many to list. Most importantly, in these later years though, you impacted my family in ways that you had no idea, meaning my eventual family. For an example, tonight my son is traveling back from California for Thanksgiving. That son would not be in California had you not had faith in this Greek kid years ago. So that's just one of many, many examples. Last winter, spending it on the island with the Island Warrior Princess would never have happened without you, again, having faith in me. So, on behalf of the Island Warrior Princess and myself, Greek kid in Chicago that you had faith in, we wish you the happiest, and happiest of birthdays, and we also say thank you for your friendship and all the incredible impact you've had in our life, and we look forward to many more years of that impact. Happy birthday, David.
Hey David, happy birthday first of all. I can't tell you how many takes I've taken already of this video, but I'm going to make it short and sweet. Danette had asked us a few questions for this. What do we appreciate most of you? To be honest with you, it's your character, hands down. You're patient and understanding and always give great advice, and I truly do appreciate that. Your character is definitely something that I want to live up to. Yeah. So I wish you a very terrific birthday. I wish I was down there with you to celebrate. Sending you my love down there from San Francisco all the way to SoCal. So I hope you have a terrific day, all right? Sending you my love. Bye, David.
There are a million reasons why we love Dave Heniges.
Because of Dave, Ralph Lauren will never go out of business.
Dave taught me how to say Porsche correctly.
Because of a brilliant business decision in 1985, hiring me, I've had a great life in Southern California and met and married Kathleen.
We love Dave's Hungarian sense of humor.
And he's the most interesting man in the world if you just ask him.
He's the only person we know who's filled dozens of passports.
And he introduced us to Danette.
Thanks, Danette. Happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday, David.
We still have some time left over.
What do we do now? We got time left over. Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gonna win today. Hey, hey, hey! Go Cubs, go! Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Danette. Check.
Hey Dave, happy birthday. You know, I'm going to ask you two questions, or I'm going to give you some information on two questions. What did I value most? It was our time in high school together, the time we played ball together, and all the things we did at Central Catholic. Now, the last thing that I remember that's the most important thing in my life, at least as it regards to you and I, is the fact that we've gotten back together again. We're seeing each other once in a while, and it's important and disappointing and yet real important that we spent 52 years trying to hook up again. So happy birthday. I hope it's a special day. Danette's done a wonderful thing for you, and I wish you the best on this birthday. And there's one more thing I'd say to you. I may catch up, or excuse me. No, I even forgot it. Well, you're older than me. I'm younger than you. So happy birthday, my friend. That's it.
What's my favorite memory of David Heniges? Oh boy. Dave, I'm sure you'll remember this, but you had a party at your house, and we brought over an appetizer that needed to be heated up. We turned on the stove, and within a few minutes, smoke was filling the room. You came running in and opened the oven, and we all had to laugh, because there inside was the instruction manual. I'll never forget that day, and I can assure you we always make sure ours is empty. So what do I appreciate most about Dave? Well, I have to admit that I've actually taken on some of your business practices. I was always impressed with the way you managed a meeting, especially those with strong personalities. And we all know who they are. Anyway, you had a large flip chart and you always had multicolored pens. Now, sure, we joked about it over the years, but I found that it was an excellent way to manage an unruly crowd. Instead of challenging each other face to face for our ideas, we all focused on you writing those ideas down on the flip chart. We were all wondering what color our idea would be and whether or not it would get underlined. Anyway, all joking aside, Dave, you took this smart-ass engineer from Canada and you molded me into a marketeer, and it stood me well all these years. Thank you. I'm forever grateful. And happy birthday from Dina and I.
Hey Dave, how about that? Let's see if this is working. Alright Dave, happy birthday. I've been trying several times to get this thing recorded and my technology skills aren't that great. So, that all being said, I hope this works. Again, I was thinking about how long I've known you, and since I met you, I think I was about 31 years old, and Scott was just being born when you were around. So, even though he had nothing to do with that. So, this is more or less to think about the times that you and I had spent together, and I think the most memorable time that I thought that we had, that I enjoyed with you, was the time that we drove from Pisa to Marseille and then back to Monte Carlo and stayed at the Lowe's in Monte Carlo above the Grand Casino. What a great time we had, and I really enjoyed spending that time with you, and most importantly, the fact that I really enjoyed you being a mentor for me and giving me the guidance on how to manage people, how to work within a corporation, how to really succeed in some of the things that I did. So I wanted to say thank you for being a friend and how much I enjoy our friendship, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday.
Hi, honey. So, happy birthday. And one of my favorite memories of you is actually how we met. And as you know, I was on that dating app as a dare, so I didn't really know how it worked. And you sent me a wink, which I thought at the time that it was that you meant you wanted to go on a date. So I promptly sent you a letter saying how rude you were because you didn't even introduce who you were, your name, etc., etc. Which you then sent back a letter saying that, well, I wasn't really asking you for a date. So that is one of my great memories about you. There's so many. Another one I just have to say is recently when you went back to Central Catholic, and to see you talk to all of those students from the heart and just so selfishly and answer all the questions. It just made me so proud to be with you and know that I have your love. And what do I appreciate about you the most is that you are probably the absolute most kindest person I've ever met. You don't do anything with ill intent ever. It's always goodness from your heart, and just that you love, protect, you're loyal, and you love your family and your friends so very much. So happy birthday. I love you, and enjoy the day. Bye. Mwah.
Good. Hey, David. Hi, happy birthday. Surprise. Ask what's my favorite memory and what's my recollection of what you've done. Your visit here to Central and addressing our senior class with the North Pole Challenge. I mean, it goes down as one of the all-timers. The fact that you actually did it is one of my favorite, but at the same time, having you up here in Portland at Central Catholic where we all kicked around, it couldn't have been more special. And you know you've influenced lives. You've changed lives, both by those essays that you did get, but also some personal stories that I've heard now from some students or parents of them. You made an impact. You continue to do that. So thank you very much. Happy, God, you must be catching up to me. You must just be turning 72 now. So anyway, young pup. So we've got, I know you're following the Rams, so go Rams. They take on Tigers at noon on Friday. And I'm not going to unfurl this. I'm not going to take this out of the house till we get this all framed up for you. But anyway, there's the Central Catholic banner. Wanted you to see it. That should warm your heart. That's my present back to you. It's the flag you took to the North Pole from down south here in Portland. Anyway, go Rams.